All right, then let's begin. I want to thank people for being here tonight. My name is Jeremy Puckett. I'm one of the librarians here at Midway University, and I'm here tonight to talk about the Ambrose Video Collection as part of our Teaching with Technology webinar series. The Ambrose Video Collection is one of our newest additions to our Teaching with Technology databases. It is something that we just got last year, and we want to highlight it so that instructors know that it's there and know that the videos that are in it are a very valuable teaching tool. And so I am going to go over to my slideshow to talk a little bit about the collection as a whole. The collection itself has over 700 educational videos in their collection. There are dozens and dozens of history topics, science, classics. My personal interest is that there are all 37 BBC Shakespeare plays in it. This is their little blurb from their webpage about their service, and they're adding new videos literally all the time. The easiest way to access Ambrose is through our Midway University portal. This is a direct link, but I'm going to show you right now how to get there from the Midway homepage. So what you do once you go to midway.edu is on the quick links, you'll go down to the library page. And from there, you can scroll down to library services. And that'll bring up our full list of services. The Ambrose Video Collection is on the left column there. It's just a quick link, and it'll take you to a page where you can log in with your Midway University ID. This is part of our single sign-on, so it should work from on or off campus. And once you're logged in, though it may take a moment, it brings you to the Midway University portal for Ambrose Video. And you'll see that there's a big list of their videos here, all in alphabetical order. And that may or may not be super useful for you at a glance. This slide shows the place on the portal for later access if you want to just see it in still. And one of the most valuable and powerful things about the Ambrose collection is that you can share the content that you find on the page. So you'll see when we go to one of the videos, in this case, 16th and 17th century turning points in U.S. history, I'm just going to click the very first one as an example. It'll open up that video's page. And we don't want to watch it right now, but you'll see that there's a lot of information on this page. It'll show you related programs, supplemental files, citations, but the thing we're looking at right now is links and embedding. You never want to use the link at the top of the page because that expires after you leave. But this direct link allows you to create a direct link to this video for your students, letting them jump directly to the video that you want to show them. There's also an embed code, which lets them see this video screen directly on the page that you're embedding it on. So obviously you can link to Ambrose videos for your students, either through an online portal, through your traditional face-to-face class, or with your purely online non-traditional courses. The videos themselves are neatly organized with breaks in them. So every video comes with a transcript that shows what's being said on the video at a given time. It breaks up ideas and information into shorter videos. And a lot of the videos have clean chapter breaks through them so that you can jump to specific places in the video if you need to. So there's a lot of ability to use videos or portions of videos as direct links during a class. One of the things that a lot of schools are doing these days with video assignments are what are called video annotation assignments. So since you can access them in the classroom or at home, the Ambrose videos can allow for student-focused assignments related to those videos. One common assignment that's been given related to video use in the classroom is assigning the entire class to watch a video and to make annotations on it in real time or as part of an essay. So they will write down their ideas about what the video is saying as the video is happening. That creates a very real sense of interactivity with the video and greater engagement. Some of the Ambrose videos are oriented towards career planning, which allows for what's called virtual fieldwork. Particularly interesting in this case, if I can open the right window when I do this, you'll notice that you can search for videos by topics. In this case, I'm going to look for nursing. And you'll notice that one of the first things that comes up are career decisions in nursing, extended interviews, and watching these videos on career decisions and interviews with relevant professionals can act as a sort of video-based fieldwork where instead of having to go out and speak to these professionals in the local community, or in addition to that, they can get a perspective on their career and the sort of choices they need to make while directly watching videos from highly experienced professionals. As mentioned before, Ambrose offers transcripts of the videos to make them more accessible to students. Students who are more focused on the ability to read or who need clarification from video or audio, this is a huge, huge help. Particularly, it makes all the videos ADA compliant, which can be a necessity for use in the classroom. Also, a lot of the media-focused videos in the Ambrose collection can be used for what are called media analysis projects. It's often noted that the way information is presented is just as important as what the information is. And so analyzing a given piece of media for any bias, whether intentional or unintentional, can go a long way towards helping students understand the topic at hand. Also, for the BBC plays and other similar functions, you can see the ways in which various forms of media are adapted. And in particular, Ambrose has numerous videos on similar topics, so you can see multiple points of view on a particular subject. And more than almost anything else, the Ambrose collection helps people bring a sense of reality into the artificial environment of the classroom. For many students, being brought into a traditional classroom can feel stifling or feel like a continuation of their high school experience rather than being exposed to the so-called real world. Video helps bridge that gap. Also, students have noted a sense of dissociation in online classes rather than traditional face-to-face ones, and video can help engagement in those situations by bringing the reality of the world into them with video and audio multimedia presentations. That creates more points of sensory input for students to engage on, and multiple studies have shown that students learn better when they're engaged in multiple ways. This brings us to the impact of streaming video on classroom success and teaching. Particularly, as I said, students interact with visual content more strongly than with written content. Human beings are visual and auditory and sensory learners. By engaging with the Ambrose videos, they can interact more closely with the media, not just hearing a lecture or reading a paper, but seeing something happening, hearing it happening, writing down their ideas about it all at the same time. And this leads to engagement, connecting on an emotional level, which gives rise to effective learning. That effective learning idea improves knowledge transfer, creating greater amounts of memory and retention. And numerous studies have suggested that students who are engaged through interactive means have better retention of content. That is, effective or emotional learning and cognitive or intellectual development. These various things working together lead to improvement across the board. And I'm going to take just a moment to go back over to the Ambrose collection. And look at their full list of licensed titles. You'll notice that these are arranged alphabetically, like I mentioned earlier. But because of their easy organization and the publication medium, it's very easy to find what you're looking for. You can search by topic, and that'll bring up lots of related information. And even just knowing that students have access to this material can cause them to go browsing. You talk about the addictiveness of things like Wikipedia and TV tropes, but that sort of media mining, that delving, is important to students in the modern day. The ability to click a link, see a lot of things about the point of interest that they have, dive into that, and then see related things of interest, so related programs and supplemental files, gives them more opportunities to pursue self-directed learning on top of the directed, focused assignments that you might give them in class. In this way of thinking about it, you can say that the Ambrose collection is not just a way of approaching media, but a way of giving your students the ability to self-engage and self-learn when it comes to finding their own interests. These sort of self-directed opportunities go a long way with student engagement and student retention. With the ability to give your students not just effective and cognitive development, but the opportunity for self-directed development, you give them the tools that they need to improve and to retain, rather than just lecturing or just giving them the one piece of information that you want them to have for this moment. The more things you can do to engage a student on multiple levels, the better off they're going to be for their retention and for their emotional and intellectual engagement. I'm willing to take some questions on the Ambrose videos in the chat right now if anyone has them. So if you've got some ideas, anything you want to share with the group, or anything you want to ask me particularly, now is a great time. While that's going on, I'm going to go over to, oh, that's a great question. How long are the videos? They vary in length. They tend to run anywhere from 20 minutes to 50 minutes, and that's actually one of the great things about the Ambrose collection as far as I'm concerned. that they are not, 5-hour documentaries that you have to watch all of to get some semblance of information out of them. They are designed for classroom focus. And because of that, they're built in lengths that are classroom lengths. So half a class, a full class, something you can watch over the course of 2 classes at most. They're broken up into chapters so that you can watch them in pieces over the course of several days and discuss them at length. The shorter length leads to better retention as well, because as much as we hate to admit it, people have short attention spans sometimes. And trying to improve that as a goal, but acknowledging it and dealing with it as it is part of the reality. And so bite-sized learning, so to speak, goes a long way. You don't want people's eyes to start glazing over when they have to watch a video about America in the 17th century. You want them to be engaged and be interested. And so these videos pack a lot of information into a tight, short package. Thank you for that question, by the way. Did anyone else have anything? All right, then. Since there don't appear to be any further questions, I'm just going to go into the Ambrose for just a moment and show what I think is one of my favorite things in it. Oh, there's another question now. Before I go into Ambrose then, can you upload the link into Moodle? Yes, you can. Absolutely. You can upload the link into Moodle through the native connectivity. You can embed the code onto a page, which creates a little window box of the video. And because there is an integration with single sign-on, when you click the link on that comes with the video, it just takes you to Ambrose and lets you sign in immediately. And I think if you're on campus and already signed into your email, then it'll just pop you right into Ambrose Collection. That's another great question. So let me pull up this real quick. And my favorite thing about Ambrose is the fact that they have the complete BBC Shakespeare productions. These are all incredible. They're the longest videos in Ambrose. All of them are the full BBC plays, but as I mentioned, they're broken up into chapters. So when you bring up one of these plays, and we have to wait a moment for it to load, what you get is this great listing where it shows all of them broken up by their acts. There is a full transcript of the production, which acts, of course, as a full transcript of the Shakespeare play. You can caption the videos. It shows you all of the brief descriptions of the play, and there is a full image gallery of the production. And this is brilliant for purposes of using in the classroom, because you'll see that each of these chapters is about 20 to 30 minutes long. And that bite-sized learning that I was talking about comes through at its clearest in these longer productions, where they know we have to break that up for class length. And it makes it easy to follow along with the production by giving the full transcript of the play. I love that sort of thing, and I think that it's a great addition to any class that touches on the classics. And of course, these sort of things are there for other productions as well, not just the classic ones, but also for modern takes on biology, chemistry, business, history, almost any topic you can name, there's at least a couple of Ambrose videos.